Hello again. I just wanted to talk real quick about a game I've been playing, ARK Survival Evolved on mobile iOS. If you guys don't want to hear me rambling in the beginning, because it's going to be kind of a long intro, just skip ahead. I'll put the time on the screen. Just skip ahead to that time if you want to just jump straight into the review. But anyways, I've been playing ARK for about 2 years now, maybe 3 years. I originally downloaded it on the Xbox, and I fell in love with the game right away. I eventually moved to PC, and I was playing on PC for a while. I was doing the raids with my friends and stuff like that. It was really fun, and I had to get rid of my PC, unfortunately, so now I just mainly play on Xbox One, and this game is just it's so much fun. I don't know what it is about it. It's like I never get bored with it. And I know a lot of people say that they do get bored with it. I looked at a lot of reviews for ARK, and a lot of people dog on the graphics for it. They're saying the graphics are mediocre at best. But I mean, if you think about the things that they put into this game, the things you can do, the things you can build, then it makes a lot of sense. But anyways, so I've been a fan of ARK for a while, and a few years ago, I downloaded the game and I realized that, hey, I wonder if there's a mobile version. And I went onto the Apple Store, and of course, sure enough, there was a mobile version. I was super excited. It had the ARK logo, the ARK name, it had Wildcard as the developer, and I just got super excited. I was like, oh my god, they have this on mobile. I'm going to download it now. So I ended up downloading the game, and it took about a half an hour or so to download. And when I finally did and I booted it up, guess what? It was not ARK. It was some weird dinosaur survival game. You could harvest. The graphics look like PS1 graphics. You could harvest. You could walk around. There were dinosaurs that looked really, really bad. Like, they looked terrible. Polygon dinosaurs. It was... And as far as I could tell, I don't know if you can tame them or not, or if I was playing the game properly, but you could basically fight them and die right away because you have nothing. I don't know if you could craft in that or what, but it was not ARK. And so I played it for all of like 5 minutes, and I decided to message Apple and tell them, hey, these guys are pretending to sell a game that's not theirs, and the game that's on there is a terrible game. And Apple eventually messaged me back probably a couple days later saying that, oh, okay, well, we're sorry to hear that. We'll investigate and refund your money. So they refund my money, and maybe about a month later, I got a notice from Apple saying, hey, thank you for your inquiry about this so-and-so company, but they've been removed from the Apple Store. And I was like, oh, awesome, cool. So that was that. And I was a little bummed, but I eventually just stuck to the Xbox version and played that. And I still kind of play every now and again. I kind of lost favor with the game because what had happened was, I don't know if they wiped their servers or cleaned it, but there was an update for the Xbox, and I haven't played in a while, and most of my maps got wiped. I think I had a total of 5 maps, or 5 different character maps, and they got wiped, and one of them I can't even access. I guess you got to be a certain level to access now. It wasn't like that before. Before, you just like gain access to everything right off the bat, but now I guess you got to be a certain level to get there. So I stopped playing for a while, and I was going on and off between Xbox and not playing for a while, and I noticed that I had to update my apps the other day, and I saw that they had ARK Survival Evolved for mobile. So I was super excited. I was super stoked. I was like, yeah, I'm going to download it. And I downloaded it, and guess what? The game is awesome. Like, I love it. It's the perfect vanilla version of ARK. If you like vanilla ARK, this is going to be the version for you. It's perfect for travel if you need to kill some time. Like, I can kill 45 minutes on this thing, no problem. And yeah, so anyways, so let's get into the review. All right, so you're greeted with this screen first with a familiar tune if you played ARK before, and you have play ARK or options. Options are pretty generic. There's game, controls, yeah, and there's like video options. Video options is probably the one you'd probably use the most. I keep everything on medium. And audio options, which, yeah, I just keep everything on max. Never really played around with that. Now, graphically, I think the game looks great. You can see this is the third person view, and I mainly play in first person view. This is the first person view, but you can see like the surroundings. It looks great. The dinosaur textures are a little rough, but from afar you don't really notice. When you get up close, you can see it's a little smeary. The Dillos, they actually look pretty cool. They look great. This is a Dillo and it's a egg there. You can collect eggs in this too, just like regular Ark. The dodos, you can see it has the scaling sizes, different size dodos. Those are two different size dodos. When you're building, yeah, you can see that you can build quite a lot. So far I have 3 different structures. That's one, that's my house. This is going to be my pen area for my dinos. And this here is like a battle area. There's a lot of baddies in this area, so I had to set that up to fight them. As you can see, this Sarco attacked me when I was trying to get screenshots for this, and I ended up killing him. But yeah, so you can see the textures are actually pretty good. Graphically, the game is nice. Not the best. This is the map. I'm not sure how large this map is or how much of the original is, but I did take my raft. This is me on my raft. Those are some beaver nests there. I use the raft for beaver nest hunting. But anyways, I did take my raft around and I got a couple of screenshots of the areas that I've been to. This is how the water looks. You can see the fish in the water. It actually looks pretty good. And they move pretty fluently. There's not really any artifacting or anything. Here's an underwater view. So underwater, it doesn't seem as deep as regular Ark, but you know, this is a mobile game again. But yeah, so I had taken my raft around. I still have not yet braved the ocean. I have seen megalodons and mantas in the water, but I have not yet jumped in and tried to battle them. I'm not that high a level just yet, and I'm kind of afraid. I don't want to lose everything in the ocean. I'll never get it back. But there's some Brontos on some island. So back to the map. I'm not sure of how much of regular Ark this is like, but I did find the herbivore island, and that's something from the game. There's a Spino there. That thing was... I did not want to get close to that. But yeah, so graphically, the game is good. You can see here, this is some camera shots that I had taken of me on the dino riding. Yeah, and you can tame, ride, build saddles. Everything you can do in regular Ark so far, you can do in this. I had not come across something that you can't do. The only downside is sometimes the graphics won't load properly and you won't see a bad dino up until you're already in its kill range, and it'll come after you. This is some nighttime shots that I had taken. So you'll see the difference. At the nighttime, the graphics really go down. It gets really grainy. You can't really see anything. And then this is the morning time. You can see it's a lot brighter and it looks better. But graphically, I think the game is great. All right, so we talked about what I like about Ark. Let's talk about my dislikes about Ark. Okay, so my first issue with this game is the controls. So you can see that your left thumb will control your forward, back, left, right. Your right thumb will control the, like, where you're looking. Sorry, let me get that glare out of there. But your right thumb controls where you're looking. Oh, I'm hungry. I should eat something. But like they could have done a little better. You get used to the controls. It's not that bad for a mobile game. It gets comfortable fairly quickly. There's certain things I don't like though. Like first off, I don't like the fact that you have to double tap the screen and then push forward to run. That kind of takes up time, especially when you're trying to get away from a dino. That takes up a lot of time, and sometimes it doesn't function properly. What will happen is you'll tap it to go, and then your guy will jump and then start running, and that kind of takes time away from you getting away from a dino. That's what makes it a little troublesome. And you'll see at the bottom there's no quick menu, like how other consoles and PC, they have a quick menu at the bottom. You just tap the up, down, left, right on the D-pad, or A, B, X, Y, or whatever, or I think it's like L. You hold L and then you tap left, right, down, up, X, Y, whatever on the controller to access your quick menu, your quick options, to switch out the stuff that you're carrying. So this one has it over here. So you'll see I have my map, and then I have my primitive hatchet, and all of this stuff. So this is how you would like switch between your stuff, is you have to scroll from off screen to on screen to the left with your right thumb like this, and then you'll access your quick menu, and then you can switch between these. So I mean, it's not that bad, but I wish it was a little better. Like I wish there was more icons, like you could like assign a pick and your hatchet up here for harvesting, and then have like your fist or your hands just like a main one over here on the bottom, and then have this one just whatever you want it to be. That probably would have worked a lot better. But yeah, other than that, the controls are okay. So like I said, one thing I don't like is you have to double tap this and then push up, but sometimes I'm in such a hurry, I'll double tap and be swiping up, and then I'll jump before I start running, and that wastes time. Another thing I don't like is it has this thing where if you're trying to peer over something like this, and if you go like in the game, you could actually go right up to the edge, but this one, if you accidentally swipe up and you're like looking around and you accidentally swipe up, you're gonna jump off, and that's kind of a pain. Like you can't just like really cruise around or inch towards the edge, because once you get to a certain point on the edge, your guy's just gonna jump off if you accidentally swipe up. And that's kind of hard, especially when you're trying to get out from a raptor or something. You're trying to get up on a rock to avoid a raptor attack. It kind of sucks when you just automatically jump off when you're too close to the edge. Other than that, you get used to the controls. So my second issue with this game is it is a free mobile game, so you're gonna expect ads. Ads are gonna be in there. They always are. So you can always watch ads. Like you see right here, it says you want a boost. You select that and it's gonna play an ad. Yeah, so it's gonna play like these long ads. They are kind of long. I don't know if you guys can see that blue bar moving at the bottom, but once that reaches the end, then an X will appear for you to click it. So you got to kind of sit through these ads if you want the double XP. Also, you can get there's no supply drops in mobile ARK, so how you'll get your like a free random gift, like how a supply drop would be, is you would watch an ad. It'll come up every hour and 20 minutes, I believe it is. It'll pop up. Let me show you real quick. I think I just watched one. Yeah, I just watched one. So I have an hour and 13 minutes left. But once that lights up, you can tap it and watch an ad and you'll get a free item. Like I think the last one I got was this 5 narcotics. Gifted to me from watching that ad. And the ads are a little long, but you can deal with it. Other than that, you don't really get interrupted during gameplay to watch ads. So this is actually a pretty decent way to do advertisements. Like if you want something free, then watch an ad. But if you want to just like play the game, then you can just play the game. The only thing that I don't really care for is once a day, usually in the beginning when you start for the day, your first time logging on, you will get hit with like an ad. As soon as you open the app, an ad will pop up and you have to sit through the ad before Xing out. But I can deal with that. Like once a day is fine. They're not forcing me to watch ads. It's just that one a day, and I can live with that. They're not like cramming ads down my throat every 5 minutes. So that's a good thing. It kind of sucks that there are ads, but you know, you're never going to be able to avoid that on a mobile game. That's a mobile game's bread and butter. That's what they make money off of, are these advertisements. And also, since we're on the subject of making money, there is microtransactions as well. Let me show you real quick. Let me open up the microtransactions. Now, this is another aspect I don't really care for, are these microtransactions. So you can get the Primal Pass. This is what you get for the Primal Pass. It says purchase today to get 50% more tames, remove ads, receive a permanent 2x XP boost, 10% more amber, monthly free loot drops. That's this thing up here. And access to exclusive items and servers. So that sounds enticing, but how much is a Primal Pass? These are the prices. So it's $3.99 a month or $34.99 for the year. I don't see myself purchasing this anytime soon. It's not needed. I like the vanilla version of ARK that this is offering me right now. I don't see myself spending $34.99 to get that primal pass, so that's, yeah, that's it. Oh, also there's amber up here. You'll see this. This is ancient amber, so this is like one of their like coin type things that you get. But yeah, you can, oh, this one I can get 2 free, yay. But yeah, so these are the pricings for this. You use the amber to purchase like in-game stuff. Like, let's see, is there any, oh, right here. So you get thick skin. Thick skin is brace yourself against the world's weather. So basically, yeah, it's like a boost to your, it's like a buff to your resistance. And there's this one, intense focus. So 35 ancient amber, super focus your efforts for 1 hour. Okay, you earn 3 times XP. I don't really see me using that. And there's like other stuff like soothing bombs. You can buy pheromones with it. You can get different kinds of buffs here. I'm probably never gonna use that stuff. So I think this is not needed. It's not necessary. Like, you really don't need this. Oh, and there's also God mode. So on regular ARK, they have the admin menu that you can pull up anytime, and you can type in commands in there, and the commands will spawn in your world. God mode for $14.99, you can turn that on for mobile. I never really used it. I did use it a couple times because on regular ARK, it's already added in. So I used to use admin codes to spawn resources when all the resources around me were devastated and I didn't feel like flying across the world to go get more. I would just use it to spawn in some resources just so I could finish whatever I was building. But yeah, so you can also buy like accessories, decor for your pad, ascendant creatures unlocked. It's just, it doesn't seem necessary to me. Like, I like the game the way it is. I don't think I would ever buy any of this stuff. But yeah, you can also collect amber in the real world too. So they have like, let me see if I could find a rock. Okay, so right there's a regular rock. Is that a regular rock? No. Oh wait, let me switch to my hand. Okay, so regular rock. And every time you pick up a rock, you have a small chance of getting an amber. You can see that at the top. So these are things you would get for collecting resources. So you either get 1 stone or an amber piece. I have only gotten 1 so far collecting rocks, and that was in the very beginning when I didn't have any of the metal tools yet, and I was still like beginning crafting. Hey, should I tame you? No, you're not worth it. You're only level 45. Anyways. But yeah, so you can collect amber in the ARK world. It just doesn't really seem like it's worth it. It'd probably take you a long time. I mean, I've been playing for a week and I only found 1. That's crazy. But you can play the game without even buying any of that stuff anyway. So ads are limited, thank goodness. They're not like popping an ad up every hour of play or something like that. It's just seems to be at the start of every new day. You're playing every day. Every new day you're playing. So not ARK days, but every day you're playing. Oh, is the sun going down? It looks like the sun's going down. But yeah, those are my 2 biggest beefs with this game. Other than that, it's a fun game. It's a great way to pass the time. Like, I'm kind of getting distracted trying to shoot this video and play. But other than that, yeah, I would definitely recommend you picking up the game or downloading the game. It's free to play. You don't have to pay anything, and you don't have to buy anything on there if you don't want to. But I would suggest just watching the ads. I mean, it's really minor, and you get like free stuff. Yeah. So anyways, that's going to be my take on ARK. If you guys have any questions, just leave it in the comments. I know I was kind of rambling there towards the end. That's because it's getting kind of late here and I'm getting tired already. I just want to go to bed. But I want to finish this video first. Anyways, you guys have a great day.